So this is perhaps one of the best examples of ritualistic sacrifice you are going to see on camera. Now, if you don't know who this individual is pacing back and forth about to sign this contract, his name is Gilly the Kid. Now, I'm not too familiar with Gilly the Kid, but he is a Philadelphia hardcore rapper who was first thrown into the national spotlight in 2006 from a controversy with Cash Money Records and its star rapper, who most of you may know, Lil Wayne. Now, I'm not too familiar with Gilly's rap music, but he apparently branched out. He is now partial owner of a podcast. The podcast is called $1 Million Worth of Game with Barstool Sports on Spotify. Signing for partial ownership of this podcast, of course, comes with millions of dollars. Some estimates, $100 million. Now, as you saw on camera, this is not a man who's happy, who's about to sign a contract for partial ownership of this podcast and wealth beyond his wildest dreams. The other person on camera with him, his name is Wallow, and he signs without hesitancy. He signs as fast as possible. But if you notice, Gilly the Kid, the other person that has to sign this contract, he's pacing back and forth. He's very hesitant. He's looking at this contract, thinking to himself whether signing is a good idea or not. Visibly upset, he stares at it multiple times. This is not a man who is overcome with joy. He is not showing tears of joy. This is a man who looks very conflicted. While this is going on, him and his partner Wallow are holding bottles what are known as spirits. Now, what's even more telling as to what's going on here is the song that's playing in the background as they sign this contract. Now, this song has been sped up so you don't get hit with a copyright by YouTube, but the song that's playing is by Rick Ross, and the song is called Rich Forever. Now, what you hear multiple times as they're signing this contract is the word sacrifice being played multiple times. You can see Wallow, he is very contempt over what he signed, but Gilly the Kid is very conflicted, but he overcomes this confliction and immediately signs. Immediately after, him and Wallow brace for a hug. After overcoming his confliction, he signs the contract, and now the deal is sealed. This man has to sacrifice himself or somebody close to him, but whatever it is he put up as the bargain, the ritual is now complete. Now, this extended contract was signed on October 20th, 2022. Only mere months after signing this contract, on July 2023, a rapper known as YNG Cheese at the age of 25 was shot in the back. Additionally, two other men ages 28 and 31 were also shot. And while these men were rushed to the hospital, the two other men who were 28 and 31 survived the shooting. But the rapper known as YNG Cheese, whose real name is Devin Spady, did not survive the shooting. He passed away. Devin Spady turns out to be the eldest son of Gilly the Kid, who just signed this contract, this extension, for $100 million months before this shooting. Now, there are some people that are saying this is not a ritual, this is not a sacrifice, because this shooting was just a coincidence. It's an unfortunate coincidence, but it's just that, it's a coincidence. It happened months after this contract was signed. But these blood sacrifices, these rituals to get this money, to get this fame, does not happen right away. It doesn't happen overnight. It could take a month, it could take a year, it could take 10 years. Matthew Perry has spoken out multiple times in interviews about his sacrifice. Before signing that contract to star in Friends, he got down on his knees in his apartment and told his God that his God can do whatever it wants to him as long as his God makes him rich and famous. Matthew Perry then stated that he did receive a call that he got the part for Friends. He got the riches, he got the fame. But then he states that his God did not forget his part of the bargain.
The first time in my life, I knelt down and prayed. And that prayer was, please God, make me famous. You can do anything you want to me. Just make me famous. 3 weeks later, I got Friends, and God did not forget about the second part. I mean, I had the American dream happen to me. I got the great job. I was good at it. I bought a house. The house had a pool, and I really liked it. Loved it for about 6 months. And then I walked in my house and went, oh man, this is not fixing this problem that I have.
Even older musicians like Bob Dylan, when asked why they keep producing music, why they keep doing concerts, Well, that is their part of the deal. They sell themselves. They cannot stop because they sold themselves to the Lord of this world, in his words, the commander of this world.
You're still out here doing these songs, you're still on tour.
I do, but I don't take it for granted.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And this earth, and then in the world we can't see.
Does Bob Dylan look happy? No, he looks miserable. He looks like he wants to stop. But like he says, he can't because he made that deal. Just look at Gilly the Kid's face. Does this look like a man that's signing a contract worth millions of dollars? Or does this look like a man that's staring at a body, staring at a corpse?
Close your eyes and come present in your body. Yeah. Give yourself permission to know the truth. Give yourself permission to know the truth. What are you holding on to?
I sold my soul.
Yes.
I don't know exactly who this woman is, but the way she said yes sounds very serpent-like.
Let it come out. Let that come all the way out. Let's tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I sold my soul for what? How about a house, a car, a vacation? What did you sell your soul for?
I sold my soul to have a life that I wanted, that I never had.
Yeah. A material life. Yeah. Let that come out. Come on, you're doing so good. Let it come all the way out. Good. Yeah, let it come out. This is a major breakthrough for Miss Charisse, recognizing that she gave up any chance at internal happiness in order to get external validation, and that is never the answer. But today, she can choose to be different. They both can. The thing that I just don't understand is why both of you can't just do this and let it all go.
Because that's ridiculous.
Oh, really?
It's the thought. That's what you want. It is. It's what you want more than anything.
Is what?
Is your identity, your self-respect.
Right. Yeah. And what if?
But that trade-off is so hard. It's like
if you tell yourself it's
if
hard.
you put all your weight on
if
one
you tell
leg
yourself
and you
you're
need
hard,
to switch, you'll fall. You feel like you're gonna fall.
You thought you were doing the right thing staying. What if you're wrong now? What if it really ain't hard? Just gotta be willing to do some stuff that you may have thought you didn't want to do.
They scared to lose their record deal. I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
Mentally, Kanye West has never been the same since the loss of his mother. Yes, he gained $1 billion and all these endorsements, but then he realized he wasn't happy. He started to break free. And then they showed him how much he can lose by starting to break free. He started to lose endorsements. These people who signed these contracts clearly are not happy. They realize this contract brought them no happiness. And yet, this contract still needs its end of the bargain to be completed. Kanye West was threatened in losing his riches. I do believe he lost almost $2 billion overnight for his anti-Semitic remarks. But not just for his anti-Semitic remarks, but he also spoke about what really goes down in the industry.
I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Comparing the loss of his mother with Michael Jordan and the loss of his father. In an interview with The Shade Room, Kanye West stated he would not be silenced. And according to West, some human sacrifices are made in Hollywood to advance careers. He claimed that his mother had been sacrificed and listed some famous people who had also done so. Kanye West stated, "My mama ain't here. My mama was sacrificed." Michael Jordan, what about him? Michael Jordan sacrificed his father for fame.
My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm appreciative.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
Michael Jordan ruled the basketball world in 1993. He had 3 consecutive NBA titles with the Chicago Bulls and an Olympic gold with the renowned Dream Team. His popularity appeared to have no bounds, and he had his father, James Jordan, whom he regarded as his closest confidant, by his side at all times. There are many rumors about Jordan's father mysteriously passing away. There was more to the tale, specifically that Jordan's gambling had something to do with his father losing his life. However, Michael Jordan was devastated by his father passing away, and 2 months later, he had officially announced his retirement from the NBA. Now, Michael Jordan's father was only 56 years old when he passed away from a gunshot. Now, Michael Jordan in high school, where the talent really shines through, was horrible in basketball. Matter of fact, he was cut from his sophomore year basketball team in high school. But out of nowhere, he's playing for the Bulls. He's winning championships. He's in the Olympics with the Dream Team. Like I said, Kanye West stated Jordan was not the only one in Hollywood who he considers to being controlled or sacrificed. Additionally, he says he wants to expose the truth and names people like Shaq, Charles Barkley, Beyonce, and LeBron James, among others.
I just think that the whole idea of celebrity and fame has become really convoluted and, kind of bastardized, like whereas fame used to be the byproduct of success and now it's the ultimate goal. And if your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're going to do a lot to get there, like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil. Like you're going to end up on a one-way street and it's going nowhere. Like that's just the truth. I've seen so many people like forsake their moral code and their value systems just for a little bit of fame, and it's not worth it at the
You're doing really well now, but didn't you release a CD like almost 10 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I released a gospel record when I was 15 because I grew up in, a household where all I ever did was listen to gospel music, and my parents are both traveling ministers, and so I kind of sang about, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music, but it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Thank you to that geezer over there, Adam. He said, I've got to find somebody who can be absolutely charisma free and reviled by everybody. So he went, that's got to be Bale. Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role.
Now, last month I watched what I considered a good series on Netflix called The House of the Fall of Usher. It is inspired by the works of Edgar Allan Poe. The premise involves a man and his sister who essentially have nothing, but they do have skills, but they're just not recognized. And they make a deal with a woman who appears to be the devil. That deal is this man can have all the riches and fame he wants with zero consequences, but one by one he will lose all of his descendants in very brutal ways. Now, that's not a spoiler because, like I said, it's the premise of the show. But once again, it's Hollywood, it's Netflix, showing us what goes on really behind the scenes in real life, but they're using movies as a mask. Just like that movie, Leave the World Behind. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.